Finally, we don't need a computer to make high quality art, but most standalone drawing tablets, they're still total money pits. A few years ago I made a video on this and it hit over 100k views, and since then everything has changed. Prices have dropped, the tablets finally feel smooth to draw on, and top brands like Huion and XP Pen are finally making their own standalones. But if this is your first art tablet, there's a hidden factor that most beginners miss. Get it wrong and your first tablet will be a nightmare. Instead of drawing art like this, yours will look a lot more like this. Each flick of a brush will lag, lines will wobble, and your name will change to Captain Jitter a lot. And trust me, jittery lines on precise details is the last thing you want. Don't worry, I'll help you find a tablet that's right for you. So let's jump into the 5 best drawing tablets currently available. If any of them catch your eye and you want to know how much they cost, you can find their links below. Starting off at number 5, the best budget standalone tablet, the UGEE Pad. If you're just getting into the digital art journey, this tablet will give you a smooth, reliable experience. Don't worry, unlike some budget tablets, this one won't take 3 business days to respond to your pen stroke. At 10.5 inches, it's compact, but we're already kicking off the list with a big feature. 277 ppi, which means your lines will look sharp when you zoom in for details. Even if you are a detective with a lens, you still won't see any of those pixels. The screen is fully laminated and matte, so the feeling of every stroke is realistic and your outdoor experience in sunny conditions is pleasant. At this price, that's an impressive win. UGEE also comes with a pen with 4096 pressure levels, and when you pair that with a 20 millisecond latency, you'll notice that each line is following your pen quite responsively with a minimum delay. Some people are fine with delayed strokes, but for others even 20 milliseconds can throw them off. And a downside is that the pen needs recharging, unlike higher end brands. With 6GB of RAM, it's just about the minimum any art tablet should have. Enough for beginners, giving around 20 to 40 layers, but something you will outgrow. The software on this device is surprisingly good, running Android 14, important for a smoother workflow without crashes. And the colors are also surprising with a 100% sRGB gamut. If you like drawing outdoors, then don't forget about battery. This tablet sits around 5 to 8 hours of drawing, so you'll easily get through a full drawing session. Memory sits at 128GB and can be expanded to 1TB. And here are some convenient extras you'll definitely like. All in all, UGEE is perfect if you're just getting into digital art and want to try it out as your new hobby before throwing big money at it. Now if you want something from a more established art brand, number 4 is from Huion. Right off the bat, you get a larger working area and more size options to choose from. But a special improvement here is in the nano-etched anti-glare screen, giving you a much more paper-like feel and better control over your lines. And with a solid 99% sRGB, colors will look vivid, accurate and consistent. With Android 14 again, you can expect a solid system performance. But the real upgrade is with the 8GB of RAM. That means high performance with low lag when handling complex projects. The pen still gives you 4096 pressure levels with tilt support, but paired with a 90Hz refresh rate, your strokes will feel natural and responsive. You'll still see your mistakes and wonky hand, just at 90 frames per second. Battery life is slightly better, giving around 6 to 9 hours of drawing life. Getting this tablet means a free 3-month subscription for Clip Studio and Ibis Paint. 128GB of storage and better front/rear cameras. You can definitely see how it's a better drawing pad. It's still entry level, but it gives a smoother and more reliable drawing experience than other entry level tablets. Okay, remember that hidden factor I was talking about? The one that most beginners don't notice? It's a mix of the tablet RAM and Android version. If it's too low or outdated, your pen will stutter, lag or misbehave, even if other specs look fine. That's why the budget picks we picked cover these issues while others don't. As we move into option 3, now you see a proper level up, stepping into mid-tier tablets that are still affordable but feel a lot more premium. Going for one of the strongest tablet brands, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE. And this isn't just a drawing tab anymore. I'm suggesting this option because it's a great all-in-one tablet which allows professional drawing too. Just don't open Netflix, that's all I'm saying. At least draw a little first. You're getting a larger 12.5-inch fully laminated display, reducing parallax so you no longer feel like you're drawing on glass. Colors are also a big step up here. With 100% DCI-P3 coverage, your artwork will look closer to professional level. Performance is solid too, with 8GB of RAM similar to the last option, easy breezy. The main reason Samsung plays a strong role in art is because of their S Pen, with similar 4096 pressure levels, but it's more responsive and flowy. With the versatility of the S9 FE, you can draw, edit, watch content, browse all on one device, and it feels fast and polished. That being said, it still isn't perfect. There's some latency when drawing, sitting at around 15 to 25 milliseconds, which some users can pick up on when drawing really fast. With Android 13, it's slightly old, but since it's a Samsung, the overall quality is high. You'll get a full day of use out of the battery and 128GB of storage, plus handy extras like IP68 water resistance and strong build quality. If you want something that's not just good for drawing, but also great for everyday use, basically a complete budget all-rounder, then look no further than the S9 FE. But if you're looking for a top-level tablet where every feature is designed to make masterpieces, then hello number 2, easily my favorite tablet in today's list, the XP Magic Drawing Pad. With a 12.2-inch screen that uses anti-glare edge glass, offering low friction and no reflections. You didn't open your drawing app to admire your pretty face, did you? Not judging. Paired with the insane 16.4 thousand pressure level X3 pen, everything is so natural. You'll forget you're drawing on a screen and feel like you're back to drawing in your favorite sketchbook again. If you're doing detailed illustrations and shading, you'll see the improvement immediately. With 8GB of RAM, everything stays smooth, even with multiple layer projects. And the 3:2 aspect ratio gives you more vertical space to slot your brushes and tools in the right place, which is surprisingly useful to have. When it comes to colors, you get 115% sRGB coverage, which is more than enough for digital art purposes. While Samsung tries to be an all-in-one device, XP Pen focuses purely on drawing, removing anything else that gets in the way. Battery life is solid at 6 to 9 hours, and you get a better 256GB of storage. As they focus on art, XP Pen throw in a 3-month subscription to some art apps like Clip Studio and Ibis Paint. Overall, this is where things start to feel serious. If your main focus is drawing and you want to feel like a professional, XP is one of the strongest options. And finally, number 1 for all you Apple fans, the Apple iPad Air M3. And this is the option a lot of artists end up choosing, because when it comes to digital art, it's a fully balanced all-in-one tablet. It's much cheaper than the iPad Pro, but you won't pay for extra things no one uses. You're getting an 11-inch IPS display with super sharp resolution. Everything from line work to shading looks crisp and detailed. At a 4:3 aspect ratio and an ultra-low reflectivity screen, you have a more natural canvas for drawing under bright lighting. Forget about the shiny stuff, we need a simple matte sketchbook. Here are 3 reasons iPad Air stands out: the pen, the visuals, and the software. The Apple Pencil Pro has a couple of unique features. It has a crazy 90-degree tilt support and a super handy pen/brush rotation feature that allows you to do things like this. This increase in control and flexible natural strokes is what attracts many artists. When it comes to color production, the M3 gives out 100% DCI-P3 coverage, so top-notch colors that look accurate, vibrant, and consistent. Another reason people gravitate towards Apple is because for a cheaper one-time fee, you get the drawing app Procreate. When you open it, suddenly you're Picasso. With over 300 brushes, 40 years of experience, you learned 3D modeling back in kindergarten and are waiting for your next 30 million masterpieces to go live. Under the hood, The M3 chip is powering through large art files, multiple layers, and heavy projects with ease. Combined with a tight operating system, latency goes down to 9 to 15 milliseconds. Even professionals don't see any delay. And 6 to 8 hours of battery life is reasonable. Now, the only real trade-off with Apple is storage. You can choose between 128GB up to 1TB, but you cannot upgrade it later, and the price jump gets pretty steep. Overall, this is the most balanced and refined option in the list. It just works, feels smooth, and has the best software experience for digital art. And that's exactly why it takes the #1 spot. If you made it through the list, here's a nice present I made for you. A comparison chart helping you to see which option is best for you. Remember, best prices for the tablets are in the links in the description below. If these tablets were too pricey, then I suggest you skip standalone drawing tablets and check this video I have here for drawing tablets that do need a PC/laptop. I hope this was helpful, happy sketching, and see you next time.